Magnificent Peppy Yarrow here. Hello. How's it going, everybody? Hi. It's me, Peppa, who's missed me. Yeah. Hi, chat. I'm back. They can break my teeth, but they'll never break my spirit. Oh, let me have a look. Oh. So yeah, I've been away. Is my voice coming through? There it is. Okay, just making sure. I've been away. New VTuber on the scene. Thank you. Also, so one of my announcements, I guess we'll get that out of the way really fast, is that I'm now streaming on YouTube and on Twitch at the same time. Hi! I think it was just that I decided I had a lot going on YouTube and a lot going on Twitch, and I was like, I'll just shove both of them on the same thing. At the moment, I only have Twitch chat up because I'm stupid. Actually, do I not have a... Hold on a sec. Is that working? That doesn't look like that works. Nope. I have chat. I have chat thing, but I don't know if I have old chat. Is that not old chat? Okay. No. But just know if I randomly say hi to people, I'm saying hi to Chatterino. Miss my bum life. So yeah, I was off because if you watch my previous Sonic streams, and if you didn't, I'll get you back up to speed on that. I had extreme tooth pain to the point where I couldn't really talk properly, and to the point where during Sonic 2 I wanted to cry. I did that. Well, actually, I cried after the stream. I didn't actually cry immediately. I had my little tooth pain, and then I cried quite hard after stream. And I was like, I can't do this anymore, man. But I played Sonic 3 because I'm a trooper. And then I was like, okay. By the way, I don't know what background music is playing at the moment. That would be useful to know, but let me move Twitch out. There we go. No. Well, I was crying for both, but yeah, I had a real bad time with it. And then I was like, my tooth is really not working. I was like, I had, I think the week I finished Sonic 3, the next night I then didn't get to sleep because my tooth hurt so bad I couldn't sleep. And so I laid on the sofa watching Ludwig open Pokemon packs because it was like keeping me company and I could hear his voice, but I was just watching his stream and it was like a 5.5-6 hour stream of him just opening Pokemon packs. But I was like wrapped up in my duvet, lying on the sofa, and I was like, had my eyes closed. I was like, please just go to sleep. Please just go to sleep. My tooth is like, I could feel my heartbeat in my tooth. And I was like, please just go to sleep. And I'm just listening to him going, oh, cool, Bulbasaur. Yeah, cool. And I was like, okay. I called the emergency dentist line like 3 times, but because of some admin issues, they were passing me backwards and forwards. Then I thought I had an appointment. Called the dentist in the morning. I was like, they said you had an appointment, and they were like, no, we don't. We need them to make the appointment for you. And I was like, they said that that's not how it happens. And then I called 111, which is like this, like it's kind of emergency, but you don't need an ambulance kind of line. Called them and I was like, you said you made an appointment for me. I'm like at work. I showed up to work and then my boss was like, you should not have come in. You look really freaking tired. You've only slept 3 hours. But my dentist is round the corner, or the emergency dentist is around the corner from my work office. So I was like, I might as well just go in anyway. Went in. I was like, my mouth hurts so bad. And then I called 111. I was like, you said I had an appointment and then they told me I didn't. What the hell? And then they were like, oh yeah, no, I'll make an appointment for you right now. And I was like, please do. I haven't slept. And then they looked in my mouth and they were like, oh, that wisdom tooth has to come out. And I was like, I'm aware. And they gave me some antibiotics and it kind of helped. And then as I was on my way out, so the way that dentistry works in the NHS, I'll tell you this now. It's a strange system. You have private dentists, which you pay for out of pocket with your own human money. And then you have NHS dentists, which you pay for out of pocket with your own human money, but it's like heavily subsidized, so it's cheap. So, when I was at the dentist, the emergency dentist, they were like, we can remove it for you. It'll be £400, or you have to find an NHS dentist. And this is like finding hen's teeth reference again. So I was like, I've been on the waiting list for an NHS dentist for like since December, and I know that the waiting list is like 2 years. I was on my way out. I had to pay £25 for the emergency appointment, paying, and this woman leans over to me at reception and goes, there's a dentist round the corner that's open for NHS patients, but they're not telling anyone. I was like, okay. And she was like, you should call them and then they'll get you booked in. And I was like, okay. She's like whispering to me like she's telling me the secret password to like the king's safe or something. I was like, okay. Went home, picked up my antibiotic, went home, laid in bed, did not go to work. Laid in bed, and then I was like, let me try. I was trying to relax or call the midwife. Terrible idea, by the way, because that sucks as a show to relax to, because it's just women screaming. You didn't hear it from me, I will deny. Exactly. She was just like, you didn't hear anything from me. It's chill. And so I called them and I was like, hi, can I make a dentist appointment? Are you accepting NHS dentists? And by the way, when you ask this question, the normal answer is, hell no. Get away from me, you filthy paw. So I was like, are you accepting NHS dentists? And the woman just went, yes. I was like, can I get an appointment and also register as an NHS patient with you? And she was like, of course. And I was like, okay, this is going much better than I thought it was. And she was like, smells like paw over the phone. What, couldn't pay for £400 to have your tooth removed on the spot at the rich dentist? And I was just like, okay. And I was like, cool. When is my appointment? And they were like, 19th of March. Is that okay? And I was like, that's better. Because I only have to pay £80 for you to rip my teeth out, and I have to pay 5 times that for the nice people to rip my teeth out at the expensive dentist. So yeah, 19th I got my tooth removed. Yes, no. Well, she did say that if it was really causing me trouble to make an emergency appointment with them, and then they'd just yank the thing out. But I was like, okay. And then I had that moment where I was like, it's really not that bad. I can live. I'm sure I'll be fine. I can deal with it. But, yeah, then I had my tooth taken out. My tooth ripped from my skull. It sucked. I went with my husband because I was like, I need an adult to go with me. I'm scared of the dentist. Yeah, exactly. I was just like, I could go earlier, but there's no way I'm going to debase myself by going earlier. I can't go in and go, my tooth hurts. Please remove it now. So, I've just realized it's still swollen there. Like tense there. So on the 19th, I went to the dentist. They ripped my tooth out. It went okay. I was brave. I only cried a little bit. And I actually cried before she did anything. It was when she injected my gums. That sucks. That hurts more. That's the worst. And then she did like a scale and polish, which also sucks, and that hurts more. And then eventually she was like, I'm going to rip your tooth out now. And I was like, okay. And then I started having a panic attack. So I was like hyperventilating and I was crying a little bit. I was like, and she was like, calm down. Take a few deep breaths. Breathe normally. She was like, she had a hand on my shoulder. She was like, breathe normally. I know. It's not going to hurt. You're going to feel pressure and then crunching sounds. And that is what happened. I felt pressure and then crunching sounds. I am a prey animal, exactly. And then they ripped my wisdom tooth rend it from my skull. And then they put it down on the little metal tray next to me. I was just like, that's my tooth. I I'd had some Novocaine at this point. I was just like, that's my tooth! I think the weirdest thing for me was I've never seen like a full tooth out, and I did not realize that the full tooth out is like an inch further into your gums than you think it is. So it's got like these, it's like tooth on top and then 4 rounded spikes that go into your mouth, and you only really see like a centimeter from your mouth, but then there's like an inch of spikes underneath, and I was just like, oh my god. I was like, that's so long. It's like, that's freaking me out a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. There we go. I just realized I hadn't actually added North Korea as a mod on YouTube, and now I have. But yeah, I was big brave. I had 2 days off work because I was like, my mouth really hurts and it's swollen and I'm drooling everywhere, and I don't think I'm in a position to advise, or not advise because we're non-advisory, to talk about insurance in really technical terms sometimes. Hi, I want to cancel my insurance. Me too, bro. Me too. You should be a mod on YouTube. That's what I was saying. So yeah, they took my tooth out. The crunching noise was terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea what was making the crunching noises. I think that was what freaked me out the most. Was that I had no idea what was even making the crunchy sounds. I guess the actual feeling of pulling the tooth from the jawbone, because they must intersect into the jawbone. So maybe that's what makes the crunchy noises. I don't really want to look it up because I have a feeling if I do, I have to go to the dentist tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. I think it's the jawbone cracking. That was what I was imagining. I thought it was like the sounds of the tooth and the jaw dislodging themselves. I will say that sound sucks. I think the sounds at the dentist suck more than the dentist themselves. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can cope with the dentist, and actually I can cope with pain perfectly fine. I donate blood. I do that crap on all the time. So I've got no issue with I've got no issue with medical stuff. I'm a real trooper. I get my injections all the time because I've got asthma, so I have the flu injection and the COVID top-up, and I've got 6 COVID top-ups to my name at the moment. I'm on a record. I'm speedrunning all of the COVID top-ups, and I've never gotten COVID. It's crazy. It's crazy that they've injected me this way. But they do it at the same time as the flu. Last time I went, I was like, I'm here for my flu, and then she was like, have you booked your COVID jab yet? I was like, no. And then she was like, do you want me to just do it at the same time? And I was like, I guess. And then they do it one each arm, which is annoying because every time they pull my like sleeves up, they're like, I have a tattoo on the top of both arms. So they're like, oh, tattoo. And then they inject it, and then they pull the other one up, but they're like, oh, another one. Getting the curve stops you from getting COVID. It doesn't though, does it? I'm pretty sure that the jabs only stop you from getting like serious issues. Because that's why I have so many, is because of my asthma. Yeah, actually one of them has like interlocking circles on my left arm, and that is actually a target. And I've had some nurses be like, I'll inject in the middle because that's the bit of your tattoo, and I was like, okay. Sarcasm. But yeah, so some nurses do actually use it as a target, because there's like, it's like a bunch of interlocking circles on the top of one arm, and then there's a bare bit of skin in the middle, so they always try and like jab the bare bit of skin in the middle, which I guess makes it fun for them. That's really why I got the tattoo. I wanted my nurses to have fun. They don't get to have fun enough at the nurse place, wherever they're nursing, really. I was tripping my mouth. So I ordered my food at 6:30, and it's supposed to arrive at 7:20, and then they messaged me. No, they didn't. And then they said to me, hey, actually, it's not going to arrive until 8:05, and I was like, I mean, I'm supposed to stream at 8, but I guess that's fine. Which is why my intro screen was particularly long, because I was actually eating my battered sausage and my SamaLilia at the same time. I was like dual wielding. I was having a battle of the fish shop standards. I always have SamaLilia, but sometimes I do like a battered sausage, so I was like, why not do both? Oh! What else have I been up to? I went to Dublin. That was great. Went to Ireland. With my Irish husband. My husband is Irish. Fun fact. So we went to the land of his people, and it was cringe. So our wedding anniversary is like the day before St. Patrick's Day. So we flew out for our wedding anniversary for a little mini moon because we're broke ass bitches, hence the dentist thing. So we can't afford to go on a normal honeymoon because we want to go back to Japan. So we're saving for that. And went to Dublin the day before St. Patrick's Day. Or like, no, 3 days before St. Patrick's Day. And even when we were on the plane, there were men with Guinness top hats on, affecting extremely bad Irish accents, like the one I just did, but saying worse things. So we flew out, and then as we were on the bus to the terminal, from the plane, it was the first flight out was sucky. I hated every second of that. Oh my god. So I've only flown twice now. I flew to Japan, absolutely fine. Everyone was like, your first flight is 14 hours to Japan. And I was like, I don't have a choice in the matter. I'm going to fly anyway. I booked the tickets. Do you know what I mean? And then that was fine. I slept most of the time. It felt like time was never ending. It felt like I existed in a weird wormhole where nothing could escape. And I hated it. And it was a 14-hour flight that felt like a week. But it was fine. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just because you have to be conscious of the fact that you can't do anything specifically for 14 hours, which is a long time to not do anything. And then we got a tiny baby plane to Ireland. We flew on a tiny bitch plane with propellers on the outside. And I was like, okay. And it turns out big jumbo jets that fly you to Japan are much bigger than the tiny piddly planes that they put you on to Dublin. And also, because they are smaller, they go a lot. So we had a really rough flight out, and I didn't like that at all. I was holding my husband's hand while he chuckled to himself the entire time. Because he finds my fear hilarious. I find his fears like legit and valid, and he finds mine really fucking funny. So I'm sitting there like, oh my god, the plane. Oh, this is what it feels like when a plane crashes. It just like dips really suddenly and makes a really shaky noise, isn't it? And he's just sitting there going, scared wife. I was just like, but yeah. Apparently my suffering is amusing to everyone, including my own loved ones, who I'm bound to for the rest of my life. But we went to Ireland. It was fun. It was good. We broke keto. I've been on keto since December, end of December. And we broke keto in Dublin. But now we're going back on keto. Not at the moment, because I'm eating chips. March has been very stressful. My tooth hurt. I've still lost 3 pounds this month, so I think I'm doing fine. I'm becoming smaller. I've lost a lot of weight on keto. More weight than I thought I would. But I feel better. Other than the chip I'm currently eating at the moment. So, yeah, keto's been going well. I should probably talk about announcement number 2. But hold on a sec. Let me check. I've got Sony Vegas up at the moment, and I'm just checking that. Do I need to do anything with this? 1 second. I'm supposed to be sending a video file to someone. Because the cover is done. Just as a fact. The cover is actually done. I just haven't done the video yet. I've only got one thing left to do on the video, which is subtitles. What have I been doing while I've been off? I went into my Baldur's Gate phase, which is a phase I go into frequently. Okay, I've been given the go-ahead to just close this. Apparently everything that needs. Oh my god, Discord, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Discord sucks, by the way. The new Discord is ugly as sin. And I said this to my husband and he didn't understand what I was talking about because he doesn't use Discord. Discord is fucking horrific. Whoever decided to change Discord, no. Bad place. Go straight to the bad place. All the way down. Hate the new Discord. If you haven't had the new Discord update yet, I'm so fucking thankful for you. Oh my god, it sucks so bad. It's got this weird intersecting thing. It looks the same on phones, absolutely. But I mostly have been using my Discord desktop app recently. Because I did like raiding on Final Fantasy 14. I've been in my Baldur's Gate stuff, so I've been messaging people while I play Baldur's Gate. So I've been using my computer a lot more. And then it updated and it looks so bad. I was kind of hoping that it would fix my main issue with it, because on my personal account I have a status, and I was wondering if the reason the banner was so long at the bottom is because of my status. But I've gone onto my Pepper account where I don't have a status, and it's just the same. It's intersecting with the servers, which it didn't used to do before. It used to be like it was in the bounding boxes, and it sucks, and I hate it, and I hate Discord. I like Discord. I think it's a great app, other than the fact that I can't switch accounts on my phone, which, by the way, if you ever wonder why I'm so quiet on my VTuber Discord, is because I can't switch apps on my phone. I have to load up a web version of Discord in order to have both accounts active at the same time, and that's stupid because I can switch apps on my computer. Discord! Make it so that I can switch apps on the mobile version. Some of us are busy. Some of us don't want to load up the web version of Discord. They're watching this stream right now. I know they are. I know. Discord actively watch Pepper Yarrow. It's so true. Announcement number 2, I guess. Did I say we were going to do announcement number 2? We'll do announcement number 2. We may not get to Sonic today. I might just load up something on my computer and play that, because I'm already half an hour in and I've still got a lot to cover. Alright, announcement number 2. Let me go on this one. I have a new channel. Behold, my new channel. Pepper on Pole. I'm finally making F1 stuff. I'm making F1 content. For how long? I don't know. But I want to make F1 content. I've been musing about it for a while. But I didn't want to clog up my YouTube with quote-unquote VTuber activities. So, here's how it's going to work, because I had to explain this to my husband, and I'm worried I didn't explain it very well. So let me explain it to you, so I can explain it very well. Okay, when I go live on twitch.tv, you're fine to not subscribe. This is part of the reason why I didn't want to upload it on my normal VTuber YouTube, is because I know that there are some people in this world, most of the people that watch me, I know there are some people in this world, pretty much everyone, who don't want to hear me talk about Formula 1 all day. That's fine. Valid. You're allowed to have your terrible, terrible opinions on my favorite sport in the world. But I wanted a channel so I could have some sort of creative outlook that involved making content about Formula 1. Because I really want to make content about Formula 1. This season already looks absolutely freaking insane. And I'm really excited about the way that things are going at the moment, because I'm a McLaren fan and McLaren are winning. Okay, 2 races in and they're winning, and that's it for me. End the season now for all I care. So I was like, how am I gonna do an account? Terrible opinions are valid even if laughable. Exactly. Formula One is the best sport in the world. Followed very close by American football, because I love American football. But how it's going to work. I go live on twitch.tv. Sometimes I might even play a Formula One game where I go brrr around a track a while. It may even be like I kind of want to play with the really old Formula One games, for example, that are kind of terrible. That content will not be uploaded on VTuber Pepper, which is my normal youtube.com/PepperYarrowCH account. It will instead go on Pepper on Poll, where I'll also be doing news roundups about Formula One and race reviews, because that's who I am now. I sit at work and I long to read Formula One news all day, and I have opinions about it, and the only person I can talk to about it at the moment is my mother. And one colleague who doesn't even watch Formula One, but she likes sports. Does she watch Formula One? Not really, kinda, if it's on and she's awake. But in general, no. So I've made a different channel because my normal stuff, phone covers, VODs, now that I'm streaming on YouTube and twitch.tv. Now I'm restreaming. VODs will immediately be up on my YouTube now. I will have shorts back out because I'm back into my video editing days at the moment. And I will have news, race reviews, and all things Formula One, including some of my stream VODs, which will be Formula One related, over on Pepper on Poll. But that was my second piece of news. I'm going to attempt to manage a Formula One account. How it goes, I have no idea. It might go horribly, because video editing is my main issue in life. I would be, not to toot my own horn, I would be a much better VTuber these days if I actually knew how to edit my content. I'd know how to edit it, I just think it's stinky. I'm not one of those people that are like, I'm so passionate about editing my own stuff on YouTube. I love video editing. I'm like, yeah, I would love to be able to pay someone to edit for me. I know how to do it. I know the ins and outs how to do it. I have Sony Vegas on my computer. I did some video stuff today, but man, I don't like it. That said, Empire is going to help me. Opus is going to help me as well. They've got some automation stuff that I can do on my Sony Vegas so I can make video editing easier. And hey, if video editing goes better on P1, then I can upload more videos on Pepper Yarrow. So that's how it's going to go. That was my other big announcement. I'm very excited about Pepper on Poll. Also, shout out to Opus Daystar for doing the logos and the branding for me, because it looks freaking sick. I look legit. That is legit math. It looks really cool. And I should be recording stuff this week. So even if you hate Formula One, you should support Pepper Bun, because she's cute. She's very cute with it. But yeah, that was my other big announcement. I suppose streaming on both platforms is my big announcement. The name makes me giggle. I subbed. Did it really copy my for me later? Oh, Discord. I just wanted to copy. I didn't realize it copied the whole text on it, so it says for me later, which was that I put it in the mod channel on my YouTube, on my VTuber Discord, and was like, for me later, so that I have the link available, so I don't have to go searching for it. But yeah, I was between Pepper on Poll and Pepper's Pit Stop, and then I realized Pepper on Poll is kind of a double entendre, and that kind of was funnier. I ended up that was the funny option, so we went with the funny option, because I can't be a serious YouTuber these days. Also, on Poll, I will let everyone know now, on Poll is a Formula 1 term. It means to be the first. I don't know if it's just a Formula 1 poll. I presume it's not. I presume it's just a thing people say. But pole position is the first slot on the Formula 1 grid. It's the way you want to be. Except for in races in the olden days, where sometimes that wasn't where you wanted to be. Because sometimes second slot was faster. I don't know. It's just in racing? Okay. I mean, I've been trying to get into IndyCar because there's a man in IndyCar called Stingray Robb. Stingray Robb is my new favorite racer on the entire planet. I don't know much about him. I know he's from Boise, Idaho. And that's kind of it. Can I just play my cover? And do I have desktop audio working? No. Is he a Stingray? He's not. And it's Sting is his first name, Ray is his middle name, and then Rob is his last name. Don't misspell his name, okay? He's Sting Ray Rob. Apparently his family were a big fan of a car called a Chevrolet. The boy from Boise sounds like a great intro. It really does. I would love to be the boy from Boise. Boise? I believe that's how it's pronounced. I don't know these things. I don't know your life. I just know that that's what his name is. Yeah, I think it was a Chevrolet Corvette Stingray. I think that's what he's named after. These are car things. I don't know about normal cars. I know about supercars. And I know about Formula 1 cars. That's kind of it. My husband's really into MotoGP, which is, well, he's not really into it, but he likes it, I think, more than Formula 1, which is motorbike racing, which makes sense because I ride a motorbike and he rides a Vespa. He's got a little scoot. A little scoot that he rides around. I don't ride a motorbike at the moment though, because my motorbike is broken and I need to fix it. And it's entirely on me that I don't ride a motorbike at the moment. But could you imagine me on a bike? I feel like that's one of the things that always surprises people when I tell them. They always talk to me and they're like, do you drive? And I'm like, I don't drive, but I have a motorbike. And they're like, you have a motorbike? I think it's because I'm 5'2". I'm 5'2" and I have this really cool cruiser motorbike, which is like a low down, like when you think of a typical American motorbike, those tend to be cruisers. I have one because I don't like my feet not touching the ground. And on any other bike, because my legs are so short, my feet wouldn't touch the ground. So I have a cruiser because I like being low to the ground. My bike is terrifying though, and extremely dangerous. And Lauren is my best friend. He's sometimes around. He's very busy these days. But Lauren actually, he rode my motorbike once. He's been riding bikes for years and years and years. And he called me on the side of a road and was like, that is the most harrowing experience I've ever had on a motorbike. Your bike is so unsafe. And I was like, I know! I was like, I know. My bike is absolutely terrifying. No one should ride my bike. Absolutely do not. But yeah, I love my bike. I wish I could have it back, but it's very broken and also very dangerous. So, also I haven't got my license at the moment. I would need to get a new license for my bike, which is annoying. Called a CBT, compulsory bike training, not cock and ball torture, because I know that's what you were thinking about, chat. Every time I say CBT, everyone's like, oh, cock and balls. And it's like, no, it's compulsory bike training. And then I need to get desktop audio up. Let me get desktop audio up. CBT is far too common. Yeah, because it's also what? Cognitive behavioral therapy is CBT. I suppose I could replace my... Let me do that. Chotto mate kudasai. Arigato gozaimasu. I need to get better at Japanese as well. Okay, so... No, I should just do it desktop audio. Let me bring back the BG. There we go. Definitely. CBT is way too common, because isn't it also... Is it a marijuana thing? Is it a drug thing? Or is that CBD? That's CBD. Because I see that on, like, energy drinks now. Where I live is very bougie. I'm just studying chips. I don't even want these chips. They're cold now. And as a Brit, I love fish and chips, but these chips are not good. They're not really crunchy enough. I like my chips crunchy, but I don't like thin chips. because my brain doesn't work. Oh, closed beta test. That's actually a really good one. How do I get desktop audio back on my add audio output capture desktop question mark? Let me have a look. Right, that is my audio device. That should now be there. It is there. Let me play something and see if you guys can hear it. And then we'll tweak it as and when we need to so that you guys can maybe not hear it blasting your ear holes. There we go. Just relax. Nintendo stuff. That good? Level wise, is that okay? Because I'm about to play you some music. Okay. Cocoon? Jade Cocoon? Is this Jade Cocoon? It's Hey Pikmin! It's Ravage Rustworks from Hey Pikmin. I've never heard of Jade Cocoon. Yes, seems fine on my end. Okay, so I will play you the song. Gunky, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. It scared the shit out of me. I will play you my cover then. I'll do it this way. I was going to show you the video, but the video is not going to be ready. And I'm hoping to have it up today, but I don't know. I'm hoping to have it up today. Jump scared. Yeah, no, it's yeah, it's my Pogisu. So let's go with... I will show you my new cover. There you go.
The clock stopped ticking forever ago. How long have I been up? I don't know. I can't get a grip, but I can't let go. There wasn't anything to hold on to though. Why can't I see? Why can't I see all the colors that you see? Please can I be? Please can I be colorful and free? What the hell's going on? Can someone tell me please? Why I'm switching faster than the channels on TV? I'm black, then I'm white. No, something isn't right. My enemies invisible. I don't know how to fight. The trembling fear is more than I can take. When I'm up against the echo in the mirror.
So that is my new cover. I've done a cover of Echo, which is like a it's a classic. There we go. Go back to Kawaii. I will say I think the audio balancing probably doesn't help when it's routed through my computer. It sounds a lot better on my when it's not routed from my computer than routed through stream. When it's actually uploaded, it sounds fine. But yeah, that is my new cover. I have done a cover of Echo. I'm very proud of it. I think it sounds really good. Oh, thank you for the nice words about my vocals and about my Heaven cover. Aw, thank you. I loved my Heaven cover. That was, oh my god, that was my 1 year anniversary. I did my first cover. It's not my first cover. It's, so some pepper lore for you is that I used to upload covers on YouTube in the olden days. And, then I didn't. So when I became a VTuber, I got rid of that channel entirely. And I was just like, scrub that from the face of the universe because there's a video of me singing live on it, basically. So I got rid of that channel entirely. But I always wanted to go back to making covers, but I was like, I don't know if I'm in a position where I can now. And then I did Heaven, my first cover on this channel. and I freaking love that song. It's such a good song. It's such a banger. Persona 4 has amazing music, but I feel like Heaven is slept on sometimes because that song's so good. And it's so upsetting in the part of the game that it comes in. It's so upsetting. I cry sometimes when I have to replay that stage because I'm just like, bro, you suck. But it's, yeah, I'm very proud of that. I really like, I think of all the covers I've done on here. Sometimes I think about what my favorite one, I think Kyuf Olbaku is probably my favorite. I put on a very silly voice for Kyuf Olbaku, and I'm quite proud of that. That video made me want to die. Editing that video sucked. That sucked so hard. I will say that Echo is the first time I've actually mixed it myself. So that's fun. I did a lot of the production myself. Usually I lean on like and Opus as like help me with my music kind of thing. But I'm slowly getting to the point where I want to be able to upload my own music by myself. So I have been learning, I've been trying, and Echo is the first time I've done my own music production stuff. So I was left to it basically. And then I got my work critiqued by my by my senpai. I sent it to them. I was like, what's this? I nearly got rid of Echo because the dry vocals sucked. And I was like, it sounds so bad. And then I got a message from Opus being like, it doesn't sound bad. Trust me. The problem is you have like a really polished techno instrumental and then raw vocals that are not perfect. It was like, they're gonna sound bad because those two things do not meet. You need to be like pitch perfect on these sorts of tracks, and then it sounds fine. But also there's a lot of things you need to do. So yeah, compressor and all that stuff. I'm learning. I know all the words. I know compressor. Yeah, I know what a compressor is. It's like a tube. Puts your vocals for a tube. Apparently in the olden days it was a physical tube. So that's a fun fact for you. I would echo that. I've been wanting to dabble in covers for so long, but I don't even know where to start making one. Oh, I can go through that with you. I can go through that. That's really easy. You find a song, and what I tend to do is I tend to focus on songs that I know I can find the backing to really easily. Otherwise, I have to get someone to make them for me, and then that's really stressful. So for, although I say that Ite and Face My Fears, both of those were made by someone else, the instrumentals. But like, I knew for Persona 4, there's loads of instrumentals out there. For Vocaloid stuff, so many instrumentals, so many, because it's like the go-to thing that you expect people to cover your work in the Vocaloid sphere. So when you cover something for, I'm ignoring that really bad echo joke, by the way, Empire. So when you do Vocaloid stuff, especially, you can find the actual artist has uploaded the instrumental on Pia Pro usually, and then you can download that and you can do it yourself. And I've got loads of covers that I have never actually uploaded anywhere as well. I've got like, so in my covers, I'll give you a bit of behind the scenes. In my covers folder, I have Burn My Dread, which I did, my Christmas music, which I did, Echo, which by the way, I recorded Echo on the 13th of January. That's how long this song's been sitting there. So usually they'll have something in there that says whether you can use the instrumental or not, or you ask, or you in the description they'll normally say that, or you ask them. That's the genuine answer to that. They either already have the instrumental in there, or you ask. Or there's people like Opus Daystar, Opie. Opie's been doing Saturday, doing March, singing March. So he's done a month's worth of, yeah. Always ask first, because otherwise it does end up being theft. So, and quite a lot of people who upload covers of things are usually okay with using their instrumental. I have found that is the case. Normally, as long as you ask nicely, people are normally like okay with it. And then sometimes they ask for you to send it to them, because sometimes it's really cool for you to use the instrumental. But like, oh yeah, Singing March. So Opie's been doing Singing March, which means he's uploaded a cover every single day for all of March, barring the Sundays, which I think were break days. And he's actually put on his, I think it's on Ko-fi. I don't think there's a link to it. I think you have to go on Ko-fi, but for free, every single instrumental that he has done is available on there. So that's a lot of stuff. I think the only one he hasn't was the duet he did, which he did Daddy Do. Daddy, Daddy Do. That song. He did a cover of that. What else do I have in my covers? Oh, I have Goodbye Sengun, which I haven't done yet. I will probably still do that. I have an amazing instrumental for that. So, absolutely want to do Goodbye Sengun at some point. I got Heaven. I have an Idol cover. That sucked. I recorded that myself. I was like, maybe I'll cover Idol because I got an Idol outfit. I have an Idol outfit. I have to use the I have to cover Idol. I might try it again, but when I recorded it, which was the 5th of July, 2023, that sucked. That was really, really bad. That was a really, really, really bad cover. I might try it again now, but like, oh my god. No. I should not do that. Ite, which is up. Mitsu no Yoake? I've never said it out loud. Mitsu no Yoake. The Spice and Wolf second opening. I will probably still upload that as well. Spice and Wolf is my favorite anime. And Mitsu no Yoake is like one of my favorite songs that I've never said the title of out loud. I always just say, it was how long ago? Yeah, that was some of these are really old. I mean, how old is the oldest one on here? Yeah, like a bunch of them were done in July. Oh no, my Mitsu no Yoke one I think is pre-debut because it's the 7th of November 2022 is when I recorded this. Still gonna do that. Still love that song. Still absolutely think Spice and Wolf is incredible. Really, really excited to do that. Red Birthmark, which is the ending theme to the second ending to Gundam Witch from Mercury that TK, who did Unravel, did, because he did that, and then he did my favorite thing that has come out of Solo Leveling, which is the ending of the first ending for Solo Leveling Request. He did those songs. He basically writes one song, but that song's really good, so I don't mind. That's how I always describe it to people. It's like, yeah, he only writes one song, but that song really slaps. So, yeah. But yeah, request. But yeah, Red Birthmark's the one that goes, oh, Kitty, you made a heart. I don't sing it like that. But that's how it would go. We've got Whims of Fate, which is a Persona 5 cover. I didn't realize I was going to do that. Apparently, I've got that record. I suppose because I've got something from Persona 3 and something from Persona 4 up. Persona 5 is missing at the moment from my repertoire on YouTube. So I guess I should do a Persona 5 cover. Beneath the Mask, I've already done a cover of in the oldie days, and I really liked that cover, and I don't know if I would ever go back to that. Because I thought it was really, really good. Whims of Fate seems very Pepper themed. Away from the cheating hand. When I learn the lyrics as well, that'd be really good. And then I have a Wonderwall cover on here. Fun fact about this Wonderwall cover. There was a while where I thought about going corpo and becoming a corporate VTuber. And so a lot of them ask you to do a cover in your audition. And I put in one of my auditions a cover of Wonderwall, which I think is very funny. Sometimes they want to see like, oh, like, what do you bring to the table? Are you good vocally? Are you incredible vocally? And yeah, mine was literally, anyway, here's Wonderwall. I think I said I was going to sing the British national anthem. And then I said, anyway, here's Wonderwall. I said, maybe. I love Wonderwall. I'm a big Oasis fan. And I absolutely think Wonderwall is a great song. And I think it gets memed on a lot. But it's actually really good. There's never a time in my life where Wonderwall has come on and I'm gone, oh, Wonderwall? Really? Unless I'm at a party and someone picks up a guitar and is like, I'm going to play a song for you all. Anyway, I'm going to play Wonderwall. It's like, no, don't do that. Nobody wants you to do that. Nobody on the history of Earth has ever wanted anyone, by the way, unless you are in an established rock band, to pick up a guitar at a party and play something. No one has ever wanted that. And if they do, they're weird people. No one on the history of the Earth has ever been like, man, this party's so good, but it'd be even great if Darren picked up a guitar and started playing some of my favorite songs. But really badly. There is a reason some songs stick around as long as they do. That is very true. And Wonderwall is definitely one of them. I have another song like that I always think of. Fix You by Coldplay. I think that's a banger of a song. I freaking love Coldplay. I like the first 3 albums of Coldplay. I would like that noted. So I like X and Y. The other ones. Quick, somebody name me the fucking Coldplay albums. Oh my god, which Coldplay albums do I like? Oh, Sweet Caroline. Viva La Vida Loca. Oh, Viva La Vida. Oh, you mean Viva La Vida, the Coldplay song. That's where I stopped liking Coldplay. But I recognize that is not a good opinion because everyone likes that song seemingly and it got to #1. So it's like, I'm probably in the minority there. And I'm fine to admit that sometimes I'm in the minority. Oh, huge issue with me. I like James Blunt. I'm passionate about James Blunt. I asked my husband if we could go see James Blunt. And his answer was a resounding no. Who's just come in to the room shaking his head to say no. One moment. I'm back. Sorry, my husband was looking for a drink. Not like an alcoholic drink. He hasn't got a problem. I have a Dr. Pepper. That's the thing about keto. I can drink sugar-free drinks all I like. Some people in the keto state are a bit weird and they're like, I don't even, so I make cake, keto cake. I make fat bombs, which are chocolate flavored, and I make, and I drink diet drink. And there are some people that are like, I don't even do that because it makes you want sugar more. And I'm like, it really doesn't. It really doesn't. Is Vida La Vida the one that's like, something Catholic was a singing. Ba da ba da ba da ba da 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 da. Because yeah, I don't like that one. Is that the one? I don't like that one. That's the one. Oh, so good. But yeah, that's it though. I really like that Chainsmoker one. Which is the superhero one. And it's like Achilles and his heel. It goes something just like this. Da da dunk, da da dunk. I think it's called something just like this. No, not gonna spoil it for you guys. I think it goes something just like this. Is the name of the song. But yeah, I like that song. I thought that was good. Every time I see Fix You, I watch live singing quite a lot because it's interesting to me to see how people sing live because I want to be a singer. Not want to be a singer. That sounds weird. I like singing and I want to get better at it. So I watch a lot of live singing because I'm always like, how does this sound live? How do they do this live? What's their breath control like? How big are their mouths? I have a really bad issue with not opening my mouth enough. Every time I record in the studio of Empapa, he's like, mouth. He's just like, open your mouth when you sing. Because I guess because I have a monotone voice normally when I speak, and I try not to do big mouth very often. That actually really hurt my jaw. I still can't open and close my jaw properly from the wisdom tooth removal. But yeah, apparently I just don't open my mouth enough, so I need to get better at mouth sounds. It does apparently really change how you sing. So, but I watch a lot of stuff, and whenever I watch Fix You, I'm always disappointed because Chris Martin, in the original, he sings, "But high up above and down below," and it's quite high, and it's actually quite high even for me. When you lose the one you cast away, stuck in reverse. That's how it goes. But better. Imagine that, but sung by Chris Martin and better. And whenever I watch live footage of him now, he sings it like 2 octaves lower. And it kind of sucks because I always sit there and I'm like, I don't like this as much. I don't think this is as good. I'm like, I like the high-pitched singing that he does. His falsetto is very beautiful, and I think to sing it in chest voice is a shame because I recognize he probably can't sing like that anymore. He's an old man. How old is Chris Martin? He's like Sarah Coldplay, just in case my ramblings has not made that clear. Chris Martin. He was married to Goop Woman. Chris Martin is 48. I'm so sorry, Mr. Martin. I called you an old man. 48. He's not even 50, and I'm like, this man is ancient. This man is decrepit and old. You know when you've been listening to someone since you were a kid and you just assume that they're ancient? Do you know what I mean? You're just like, that guy's gotta be really, really old. I've been listening to him since I was like a tiny, tiny baby. And then you look them up and you're like, oh, they're not even 50. That's probably a bit harsh. That's probably a bit mean. Sorry, Mr. Martin. I love your music, your first 3 albums. And the one song you did with Chainsmokers. Everything else is just like, okay. I forgot he's with Dakota Johnson from... I suppose she's more famous for Madam Web now. I know her from 50 Shades of Grey. Am I telling on myself if I say I saw all of the 50 Shades of Grey films? To be fair, there's a favourite moment of mine in 50 Shades of Grey where Christian Grey, of the Grey, he is the 50 Shade of. There's a moment where he leans against this, like, him and Anastasia Steele, which is another shade of grey, by the way. There's 50 of them. They're having an argument because she wants a normal relationship where her boyfriend doesn't stalk her, and he's not down with that. And he's like, you don't understand. I stalk you because I love you. And you signed a contract with me, which everyone knows is the best way to bind a relationship together, is to make your beloved sign a contract. I say that as a married person, we had to sign a contract as well, but like, it's not really a contract. But there's a moment in 50 Shades of Grey where he leans against it and they've had this massive fight and she's gonna leave and he goes, you don't understand, Anna. I'm 50 shades of fucked up. I was just like... Something about that line just endeared that entire film series to me. I'm like, I have to get down with this because he's 50 shades of fucked up. She did sign the contract, so she's the one. That is true. She signed the contract and then she reneged on her agreements that she had made with him. And by the way, the contract signing scene is fucking hilarious. They're in this crazy room and there's a possibly long table, and they're signing things on either side, and he's like, butt stuff, and she was like, lose it, no butt stuff. It's like, what the fuck is this? At no point in any relationship I've ever had in my life has this contract come up. This is insane. Just talk like normal people. Christian, I know you're 50 Shades of fucked up, but talk like a normal person, Christian. I like the cinematography of those films, so they've got like the text messages that come up on the screen, and they're shot really nicely. I do keep referencing, is it 365 Days? Is that the one? I don't know why I'm asking you guys. I hope you guys don't know these series. 365 Days, where it's like he's like a Polish mobster. Not Polish, they're not Polish. He's like a mobster basically, and he's kidnapped this woman. That is very true. It would be great to bring up. Is your tort done? But in 365 Days, she like kidnaps her for a year, and then he's like, if you love me by the end of it, then we're all Gucci, innit? I don't remember the actual plot line. I was just sitting there like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Sometimes I watch stuff on Netflix I don't like because I think it's so stupid. I have to see it to the end. I just sit there and I'm like, this is so dumb. This is so dumb. What are you doing? And I basically, you know when sports people sit there and they're like, ref, you're blind! What are you doing? You've made a bad call. I do that, but with shitty rom-coms where like, she'll be like, that sounds fine to me. I'm like, what are you doing with your life? My guy! He's kidnapping you! I do the same thing. But every time he shows up, the first time he shows up, he's like, in her space, he's like, you lost, baby girl? And I referenced that the other day at work. And thankfully, my colleague realized what I was mentioning. I think somebody said, baby girl in my head, and it was all that it put in my head was, you lost, baby girl? You is the other one. You is the one that's like about a literal stalker, which is crazy. That's crazy as a series. He's literally a stalker, and some girls are just like, you don't understand, he's misunderstood. And I'm like, I do understand. He's not misunderstood. My God. Please. He's literally a stalker. I have a very low tolerance for stalking. I mean, I have a tracker on my husband's phone, but like, who doesn't these days? No, I have a tracker on my husband's phone. Who doesn't have... Who doesn't have a tracker on my husband's phone? Everyone knows where my husband is. But, that's because we ride bikes. When we started riding bikes was when we were like, okay, we do that find my iPhone thing, where we've got each other's, iPhones registered. By the way, that saved my... Well, it didn't really. I have a whole story about the tracking thing, but I would need to ask my husband if I'm allowed to tell the entire story about the tracking thing. But like, because we ride bikes, we were like, we should probably know where we are. I just got a message from my husband saying go for it. So my husband, I woke up one morning and I was like, I'm not going out. Not staying in, hanging around with my head in a spin, but there's no need to scream or shout, cause I'm not going out. I wasn't going to work. I woke up and I was like, bro, I feel terrible. I feel like something horrible is going to happen today. Really, really horrible. And I used to work with my husband. And he was like, you can't just not go into work because you think something horrible is going to happen. And I was like, watch me. I was like, watch me not go to work because something terrible is going to happen. And there were pigeons in our chimney. So he goes to work and there are pigeons in our chimney. And I was like, what the fuck do you do about pigeons in your chimney? Because we used to live in a really, really, really old cottage. So we used to live in like a 300-year-old cottage. So we used to have to worry about things like chimneys. And I was like, what the fuck do you do about pigeons in your chimney? Called my husband. Nothing. I was like, he should be at work by now. Called my husband again. Nothing. I was like, okay. Text our friend at work and I was like, is husband in? I used his real name. I don't just refer to him as husband. I was like, is husband in yet? And he was like, no, haven't seen him all day. I was like, okay. So I checked my tracker thing on my phone. And he was going towards not the way to work. I was like, how do I word this without explaining exactly where he was or where he was going to? He was on his way not to work, basically. And I was like, this is weird. Maybe he's taken a wrong turn. Okay, this, we'll work it out. And I'm watching, and then I was like, oh, but the way he's going takes you to the emergency hospital. I was like, I'm probably being crazy though. Called Lauren. I was like, Lauren, I don't know what's going on with husband, but he's on his way to hospital potentially. Can I stay on the phone to you to be a reasonable person and only have an anxiety panic attack when it's been confirmed that that's where he's going? Sat there on the phone to him, just watching this tracker go all the way into the hospital, and then I had a panic attack. Called my husband's brother, and I was like, brother-in-law, something horrible has happened to husband. And then he drove down to see me. During this time, by the way, I got locked out of my own house, but that's an entirely different story. And my friend had to break into my house. But my brother-in-law showed up and he was like, don't go outside. And I was like, what do you mean don't go outside? What are you talking about, don't go outside? So it turned out that what happened is my husband had left on his scooter. My husband, by the way, is 6'3", feminist. He's a 6'3" feminist, by the way. He's 6'3". He wears a bright white helmet and he rides a bright orange and black. It's like mainly black, but it's got lots of orange on it. Scoot. So I like it noted how luminous this thing is when it's out on the road. That man is like in high vis gear all the time. So he goes on his little scoot and he's riding, and it turns out he had ridden out of our road, turned, gone onto the roundabout, and been hit by a van on the roundabout. First of all, I was right, something horrible was going to happen that day. Second of all, what my brother-in-law was saying was my husband's scooter was still at the site of the accident, crumpled, and it looked really bad. So my brother-in-law was like, do not go outside because you will see your husband's scooter and it doesn't look great, but we need to know more before we really freak out. And I was freaking out anyway. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm freaking out anyway. So then I eventually managed to get through to the hospital. By this point as well, my brother-in-law called my husband's family, the rest of the family, and was like, something has happened to husband. Again, they don't call him husband either, because that would be very strange. We all collectively call him husband. And so what happened was he'd gone onto the roundabout and been hit by a van who was potentially looking at his phone, not checking before he joined a roundabout at like 30 miles per hour. So effectively he wasn't going fast, but he was going fast enough that he hit the side of my husband's scooter and my husband landed back on the tarmac and had bruised his spine. During which, by the way, my favourite part, according to my husband, is that during which the van driver gets out of the van, leans over to my husband, who cannot move because, again, I believe he landed back first onto the tarmac. He leans over my husband and goes, thanks for not being too mad about this, mate. Like he would be able to do anything. Eventually I get through to the hospital. I'm like, I'm trying to find my husband. His name is Mr. Husband. And they were like, oh no, he's here. He was in the waiting room just now and he was talking to some other people. He seems to be in really good spirits. So I was like, that's not my husband. Okay, bye. But for note, my husband is a very, very, very quiet, very, very not sociable human being. So I knew as soon as they said he was talking to people in the waiting room, I was like, that is not him. Unless they gave him some really good painkillers. That is not my husband. But he's fine now. He was fine. He came home that day. He was off work for a few weeks. But like, oh my god. First of all, that driver was very, very, very lucky I wasn't there that day, because I would have murdered someone. And second of all, I think that people should listen to me when I say something terrible is going to happen. Because when I say something terrible is going to happen, it normally means something terrible is going to happen. My husband's pretty sure I've cursed him. But yeah, that was... and that's why we have trackers on each other's phones. How did I get from Chris Martin to trackers on iPhones to my husband being hit by a van? How did I do that? Parachutes is the other really good Coldplay. I'm just looking at Wikipedia. Parachutes, A Rush of Blood to the Head, and X and Y. Those are the 3 good Coldplay albums. And then you've got Viva La Vida or Death and All His Friends, which I didn't like. And then going on from there, I just didn't like any of them. And for some reason, I always get... So the problem with the Radiohead stuff is that Radiohead, I get stuck in my head with... Radiohead and Coldplay, I get confused. For some reason. I don't know why. I'm learning lots about your husband, the fact that he's canonically called husband, and that everyone knows his location at all times. That's him. That's his name. His full name is Husband. 50 Shades of Grey is how you did it. Oh! So we went Chris Martin, Dakota Johnson, 50 Shades of Grey, contracts to trackers on phones to my husband being hit by a van. I'm great. My ADHD is trackable. I can see the logic that my brain makes, even if it makes no sense to anyone else. I stopped a thought midway the other day, and my husband just stared at me and was like, "Are you gonna finish that?" And I was just like, "It's gone." It's so gone. I was just like, it's gone. Almost as trackable with your husband. We all know it. The mental labyrinth tracks. Exactly. It's like I have like a Sherlock mind palace, but it's bad. Sherlock Holmes can solve murders with his. I solve nothing, and I lose my phone frequently. I wanted to... Oh my god. One of my dreams. So... Thank you for the subscription. Thank you. Oh my god, I have another huge announcement. I am taking part in a charity thing. Happening next month. It's being run by Petri, who does some amazing stuff. Petri Coral. And we are raising money for animals. We're raising money for the WWF, and we're doing it from the 21st of April to the 27th of April. So, thank you for the subscription, because it reminded me that I'm raising money for charity. I will, as time goes on, I will have some goals up. I am probably gonna do, a couple of 12-hour streams, because those are really easy for me. I don't know why. I'm a weirdo. I'm perfectly happy doing 12-hour streams for some reason. Some people would say that's a fucking nightmare. But yeah, we will have a Tiltify campaign. But I will be announcing it on Twitter later, just so that everyone knows that I am good to go. I will try and get some collabs done. There's a few games I desperately want to play. A few that, if you can shout at me, I will play them. So, stuff like Planet Zoo we'll be playing. We'll be revisiting the Schnoz Gang. I will definitely be playing probably an Animal Crossing. I don't know which Animal Crossing. I really want to play Endless Ocean. So if I could play all 3 Endless Oceans on stream, that would be incredible. Probably something I'm going to have to work on. And we'll raise money for the animals. For the animals. I've always wanted to do charity stuff, but I've never really had the... It's a lot to organize myself, and Petri has been organizing it amazingly with the WWF. They're actually involved in the fundraiser themselves as well. So it's going to be really exciting. I'm going to be taking part, and we're going to try and have some fun. We probably won't have fun. But yeah, I would really like to play all 3 Endless Oceans on stream. That's one of my goals. I forget how long the Endless Ocean games are, actually. I should probably look that up now. How long to beat? endless ocean. So, to beat Luminous, it's 40 hours. But to be fair, Luminous is the third game and apparently not very good. No offense to Luminous. And then like 7 hours for the first one, and probably slightly longer for the second, because the second one's got a story. Like a proper story. My husband's phone is here. Does anyone want my husband's phone? I'm sure he needs this at some point. But yeah. So that was my other big announcement. But it was an announcement that I wasn't too sure whether I should make now or whether I should do it on Twitter. I will do it on Twitter. I will do it on Blue Sky. I'll do it on all of the socials that I'm available on. I think I have a Threads account. If anyone's using Threads, I have Threads. I still get notifications from it. I'm like, nobody uses this application. I think Stephen King uses that application. He's the only person I can think of, off the top of my head, who uses Threads. I should use Blue Sky more. I used to have a thing where I could post to different things with the exact same message, and I feel like I could do with that with Blue Sky. Oh, and emotes. I now have emotes. I will be putting them on Twitch as soon as I remember how to do it. At the moment, I have a problem where they're too big, so I need to shrink them. So I need to do that. But I will have emotes up as well soon. So that's fun. Is this not... Oh my god. Do you ever just, like, think something is on and it's not? And that's really depressing. Right. There we go. I thought I had streamer mode turned on Discord, and I do not. But yeah, I should... The cover should be done today. The cover is ready. The video is ready, sorry, I believe. I believe I've just had the video sent to me. I'm proud of the video, though. Let me have a look. Yeah, the video's done. So that's good news. We'll have a look at that later. I will upload it on YouTube. So that's done. That's one less thing to worry about. But I should probably play something. That said, I've got like half an hour of stream left. I was originally gonna continue playing Sonic. That is not happening now, apparently. I need to edit my YouTube thumbnail, my YouTube stuff later. Because I am not playing Sonic the Hedgehog at the moment, and I probably won't. Not at the moment, anyway. I've just enjoyed talking. Sometimes I like a yap. I could actually yap for Britain. What do I have on my computer? What games do we have, chat? I play Baldur's Gate. We're not playing Baldur's Gate. I finished Baldur's Gate, by the way. Not that anyone was asking if I had, but I have. Oh my god, is this... There we go. What do I even have downloaded? Jump King? Absolutely fucking not. Impressive, thank you! I know, I don't finish any games, but I finished Baldur's Gate, and then I finished it at 2 o'clock in the morning yesterday, technically 3. And then I immediately went to start a Dark Urge playthrough, which I'm now like 5 hours through. Too many mods, so I always crash out before Act 2. That's fair. That's entirely fair. Oh, I could play this. Hold on a second. Hold on a second, chat. Hold on, wait a minute. Put a little love in it. I hate that song. Fucking hate that song. It's stuck in my head all the time. Don't want overlap. Yo. Could play Pokemon. Could play Pokemon. Could play Pokemon. I was gonna play something a little bit weird. How do I minimize YouTube Studio? How does one... Oh, hold on a sec. I think I know how to do it. Because I've currently got VTube Studio up on my main monitor, which is not where I want it. I did just get a shiny Ho-Oh. That is very true. There are way more settings for VTube Studio. Oh, toggle full screen. That's what I want. Let's see if this works. If this works, then... Oh my god, why am I here? If this works, then that might be fun. But we'll see if it works first. I'm floating now, by the way. Let's have a look. Oh, hell yeah, this is so good. Gameplay. This gonna work? Let me have a look. Oh, it does work. Right. Let's see how long it takes for me to... Hold on a sec. Let's see how long it takes for me to crash on this. I should probably add in audio for this. Where is gameplay? Does it not have a... Hold on a sec, chat. I'm just working out where my audio is. Let me add. Audio output capture. Add existing. Oh. There we go. Let's go! Let's play some Sims. I bought the Sims Legacy Pack immediately. Day one purchase for me. Because everyone knows I fucking love The Sims. And everyone knows that I freaking adore The Sims 2. Oh, can you remember making your own... Like... Bro, making your own neighborhood. So good. I wish they would do this for The Sims 3. Unless I can still purchase The Sims 3. In which case, I should buy The Sims 3. Because Sims 3 is excellent as well. Let's have a look. Also, I should change my YouTube thing. Hold on a sec. Chotto! Live streaming. Edit. Let me change this. Sims. And let me change my Twitch info. Look at me, guys. I'm a real streamer. Do they have like a legacy edition, or do I just go on The Sims 2? I'll just go on The Sims 2. There we go. This is such... Honestly, this is a classic. Let's go... Serenely nestled in the hills. Desiderata Valley. I'm probably mispronouncing that horribly. It's a place of dreams, hopes, and aspirations. Many have found the quiet hills a wonderful place to relax and pursue their favorite pastimes. Who knows what has in store for the Sims of Desiderata Valley. Almost certainly mispronouncing it. So the reason I was stressed about whether or not this would work is because this game crashes a lot. I've had this game crash on me an absolute heck ton. The Sims 2 in particular is very, very buggy. So when it hangs like this, I always get stressed because I'm like, are we about to have a crash? Did I feed my cats? I'm pretty sure I did that. Time until crash? Oh my god. I would now, but I don't want to exit out of the area. Like, I don't want to exit out of it. But we can play a little bit of Sims. Sims is one of those games that I just love. So Sims 2 is like notorious for it anyway, because can't forget to feed Tanuki and Apollo. I think I did. I think what happened was I was having a nap and then I got up and Apollo was outside the door going meow. And I was like, you are literally outside of my door. You don't need to make that noise. And then he was like, meow. And I was like, okay, I'll go feed them. I think I fed them while I was up. That was my decision. Oh, I remember calling Tanuki in. Yeah, I did. Wow, look at these graphics, guys. HD or what? It lives, I know. Get to know your new landlord. I am not living an apartment life. So for those of you who are not in The Sims know, the Legacy Collection came out to very, very massive fanfare a while back. And I personally like The Sims 2 a lot. I think this was my first Sims game. Can Victor convince Elizabeth to grow their family? And you had like little stories going on. Sophia, Marcel, and Violet have a wonderful family life, but can they continue for the stresses to come? The Bell family is doing wonderfully well, but will Hannah's sister moving in cause a critical disturbance? So this is very baby related. Watching others is what John does best. Will he learn to live his own life? Oh, so deep. Natasha loves grilled cheese. Oh, again, who wouldn't? I mean, she really loves grilled cheese. Will she find someone who shares her dreams? Or is there more of a mystery out there for her? About grilled cheese? Alright, let's make a family. Bro, every time you do that, I stress. I stress, game. But yeah, Sims 2 is notoriously bad for crashing. Sims 2 is notoriously bad for running really badly on every other machine. Growing family drama. Growing families, drama, grilled cheese. Let's make the Yarrow family. Let's make me. There I am. That's poorly optimized. Oh, entirely. My thing is right in the middle. Famale, adult. There we go. Should be good now. Everything else should be. I mean, that's just me. Like, pretty much. I could change my head. None of these look like anime girls. Some of these hairstyles are like painfully early 2000s, I think. I need like scruffy AF. Do they have scruffy AF? I mean, that's scruffy AF, but that's really short. I suppose. Oh. They don't have a hat. They don't have like a proper hat. I nearly started playing The Sims 2 and made me date Gail, so that was fun. I nearly loaded up the game the other day while I was like, don't play Baldur's Gate. You don't need to play Baldur's Gate. And I was like, oh, but I would really like to. Oh, eye color. You only have, I suppose brown is the closest to red. Makeup. I'm not wearing any makeup at the moment. I mean, like, in real life. Oh, yeah, nice makeup. Makes it look like you've just sobbed. Let's see what we can do. It's so weird coming from Sims 4 to this, because it's like... your options are the same top, but in different colors. So I suppose I should go with a do they have, like, a blazer? They do. Oh, nice midriff showing. Like this jumper. This jumper is awful. Why would you want to wear this many colors of the jumper? That's cute though. I dig that. Black jeans, because I unironically IRL wear nothing but black jeans at the moment. That's not true. I bought some really cute trousers the other day. Didn't like what they did in The Sims 4. I like The Sims 4, but I get why people don't, if that makes sense. Like, oh, we can have flames. Oh, we're having flames. A little black dress. Everyone loves a little black dress. But yeah, I understand the issues with the Sims 4. I think that I think a lot of too much of Sims 4 was locked behind a paywall and was intended to be the entire time. Yeah, we'll go with that. Pajamas. Black pajamas. I'm just gonna be all in black. Diving outfit. Diving outfit. My phone is right in the middle of my screen. You're right! Thank you for the raid! Thank you, thank you! For some reason, my Twitch alert didn't play unless it did play. Did it play? Hi! How was your stream? What did you get up to? Welcome in, Raiders. How's it going? We're picking a cute cold outfit. It was good. We finished the Indiana Jones game. The first Jones-like. How was it? I've heard great things about the Indiana Jones game. I'm not gonna lie. How's the Sims? The Sims is good. We've literally just started playing because I have been yapping for the last hour and a half. So I was like, I'm gonna play The Sims. That is my star sign. I am a Cancer, so. But yeah, how was Indiana Jones? I've heard amazing things about it. What's my aspiration in life? Pleasure, family, romance, knowledge, money, popularity. I've never seen any of the Indiana Jones films, so I get what you mean. Definitely recommend. Very pretty game. That's great. But no, I've heard very good things about the Indiana Jones game. What do I want? Do I want money? Probably want money. I don't like this sound of pleasure aspiration. Also, if you choose romance, your sim is just like desperate to get married to literally anyone that walks into their path. Like you just sort of look at them and they're like, so we're gonna go money. Since with the fortune aspiration, crave money, rise to the top of careers, and just plain expensive stuff. I also crave just plain expensive stuff. Unfortunately, my bank account stops me from craving expensive stuff. Me and my husband felt fancy the other day because we had some Waitrose mints. Yeah, we live a bougie life sometimes. We buy Waitrose mints. Oh my god. Waitrose higher welfare mints as well. They were actually really tasty. I felt really bad because I was like, how different can mints be? And then I ate them. I was like, this is really tasty. Right, what are my turn-ons in life? Hi, Raiders. What are my turn-ons? Is that witchcraft? Witchiness. I don't think I like witchiness. If it was like magic, then like, obviously, because I'm in my Gale phase. Jewelry. Redheads. Beards. I do like beards, actually. I'm quite into beards. Clown makeup? Who else is into clown makeup, am I right? I mean, why even bother putting it as a turn-on? It's like a universal turn-on. Charismatic, logical, unemployed, or hard worker. I get some of these for the turn-offs as well, but imagine being like so attracted to unemployed people. Just like my perfect guy is unemployed. I don't think anyone has ever said that. I've actually never been that concerned with what my partners do for work. That said, great cook, they need to be. They need to be a great cook, because if you're going to live with me, that ain't going to happen. It's the red nose that really does it, that little honka honka. For me, it's the wigs, man. What don't I like on men? I mean, if we're going IRL. We're going IRL, what I don't like in men. I don't like men who go to the gym. And I mean, like, not... A man who looks after himself is fine. My husband does a lot of exercise and things like that. I don't like, really muscular men. I don't know why that is, because I do find most women attractive regardless of how they look. But with men, I have a really specific type. My men have to wear glasses, be bearded, be musicians, and yeah, like, yeah, that's pretty much it. I pretty much exclusively date musicians. I don't know what that says about me. My husband is also a musician. How I know Amplipop. And I do like beards. I do like beards. And glasses. I think glasses are cool. But like for men, I have like such a specific taste. So for women, I'm just like, she's pretty. All women are pretty. A woman is nice to me and I'm just like, I am in love with you. It says a lot about me. But I've had a lot of bisexual women say the exact same thing. So I don't like... I suppose I'm not into zombies. I don't like the idea of rotting flesh in my bed. I don't know what that says about me, but that's just who I am as a person. Can we add an animal? Can we add a cat? There should be a cat lady. Oh, that cat's a beast. I go no further. This cat is perfect. Tanuki. That is a horrible cat. Oh my god. That's just it. That's Tanuki. Those eyes just... You know when your eyes are so close, your eyeballs are basically rubbing in your skull? I like how in the little icon over here, Tanuki's in physical pain. It is basically one-to-one. When I look at Tanuki, I actually looked over to the sofa to see if she was here. When I look at Tanuki, that's what I see. Right, we got 20k. So really, it's just me and the cat. 19. So currently this 17 grand place is what we're looking at. Wait, 17... 7, 17, 8. Ah, that's like not even really a big enough issue that you would... 19. Man, these houses are bougie. 16, 9. Okay. That's it. Yes. I remember I played one of these and basically I made the wrong... You know when they come up with a choice and you have like 2 choices to make? And it's like, punch your boss in the face, give him a high five. And you choose wrong and then you can lose your job in this game, which is crazy to me. Oh, it's a beautiful house. It's a wonderful neighborhood. I should buy some furniture. And low-key, did not remember that I had to buy furniture in this game. So I've got a kitchen. I've got... Oh my god, my brain is still in Baldur's Gate mode, which is really bad control-wise. So I've got a bathroom upstairs. Cool. I should probably... Okay, just want a bathroom downstairs as well. So we've got a dining table. We've got a bookshelf. I mean, really, we're living the life already. Sims 2 honor mode. I really want to do an honor mode playthrough of Baldur's Gate, but... So, things we need. Tanuki needs something to feed it with. There we go. We're broke, Tanuki, so you're going with this. You're gonna have a toy. And you're gonna have that. And yeah, we'll get the 450 cat free because we've got nothing else going in this room. So let's just get that. And What would be the honor mode of Sims? Just... This is a question. Oh, beautiful. A beautiful room. How much did that cost me? 70. Nice. No gnome usage? That's true. I don't really use the gnomes anyway. But I really want a TV. A PC, sorry. Electronics. Where is the computer? £1,000 for a computer. Fine. With no other luxuries. Oh my god. Right, what we'll do is put that there. I'm so used to that coming away with everyone. First of all, we eat there. We delete that. Oh no! First of all, we eat there. We have £1,000. Do we think we can buy a sofa? Almost certainly. Let's move that there. Let's have a look. What's the cheapest sofa we can buy? 150! Nice. Do we think we can buy a TV? If it can kill your sim, that would be good. 500. There we go. Peak entertainment. We have a computer and we have that. We should probably get actually a fire alarm. Fire alarm save lives, guys. For $50, we will get a fire alarm. How much is the burglar alarm? $250? Yeah. Burglaries happen quite often in this game, so. But we need desperately. First of all, give love. Give a stroke. First of all, we need a job. We are broke ass bitch. Oh, it's raining. Ooh. Oh, it starts already. What is with the pathfinding in this game? Right, what is your issue? Okay. This is can't select object in you. Okay, go over there. Let me sort this out. Tanuki! Alright. Skull for destroying the furniture. Thank you. Can we not use this as a desk? What? Okay, that's on me. I apparently put it backwards. Okay, I can't have a go at The Sims for that. That was on me. Does that fit? Yes, it does. Okay. Find a job. Stop shouting at the cat. Broadcast bit. Journalism. We could get a job in journalism. Let's look again. Athletics. I'm not feeling very athletic, chat. Medical technician. We could be a doctor. That's it, isn't it? Oh, we join the military. No, I don't think so. They're like entertainer. They're like something fun. Oh, I joined the slacker career. That's it. That's it. I'm gonna join the slacker career, chat. I don't know what a slacker is, but it sounds... If it's what I think it is, that is me. Can I praise Tanuki for playing with something correctly? No. Mr. Humble's giving me a box. A new family computer. Fuck me. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I just spent $1,000! Hi, Tiffany. Why is Tiffany in my house? Low-key, why is Tiffany in my house? Where's my inventory? Oh. Oh. It looks so much better than my shitty computer that I had previously. That I just devalued by 100 quid. Let's have lunch. Have a lunch meat snack. What the fuck is lunch meat? What is lunch meat? In happier news, I don't need anything. Greet everyone. Feed the cat first. My girl. Greet everyone. There we go. Marcel, why are you immediately thinking about marrying someone? Oh my god. There we go. Must greet everyone. Oh, he's into art. Tanuki! Sorry, Marcel, we're having the conversation of our lives right now, but my cat is currently destroying my fucking life. Imagine you come out to meet someone who's new in the neighborhood and the first thing they're doing is fucking scolding their cat. I don't think you would hang around. I wouldn't hang around. I have a cat and I don't think I'd hang around. This game has weird music. Hi, Kobe. New cat. I don't think that if I took my cat for a walk that they would particularly appreciate that, I'm not gonna lie. Can everyone get out of my house now? Why did my meal not fill me up entirely? Is that not a thing in The Sims? Alright, I gotta see what Juggle Bottles does. Alright. Marcel is literally wanting to adopt a baby. He's a weird guy. The first thing he sees when he sees someone is he wants to marry them, and then he's like, I want to adopt a baby. Very good at juggling bottles. I went for work drinks on Friday. Yes. Are they having a pillow fight in my... Why are you having a pillow fight in my front garden? What the fuck is wrong with these people? Why am I still juggling bottles? Am I just gonna juggle bottles for eternity? I'm gonna have dinner and these guys are gonna leave my house. I went for work drinks the other day and apparently it's not particularly appreciated when you have work drinks to immediately bring out a tiny little emulator machine that I've got and start playing video games on it. Apparently no one likes that. Greetings to you, perfect mate. All-seeing powers. Call me on a service. Oh, she's a matchmaker. I think I'm good. Alright, Marcel walked into a room and thought about marriage. This guy needs to chill. If I hug him, do you think that's gonna go well? Oh, he doesn't want to hug me. Oh, okay. Sims is so easy. Marcel, would you stop? Say goodbye to everyone. Everyone needs to leave. Some of us have work. Some of us are going to take a shower before we go to bed. I forgot you used to have, like, incel behavior. Look, I gotta start slacking off in the morning. At least my environment's going up a little. It's going down. I miss the environment thing in Sims 4. So in The Sims, you used to have a thing where if you had a crappy house or you had crappy things around your house, your Sim would get, your Sim would lose environment. But it would gain environment if it was good. If that makes sense. I don't know what Tanuki's doing, but she's off doing something. I still don't know what this career line is. Oh no! Alright, Tanuki. What the fuck is this slacker career line? I'm genuinely confused by this, because I'm like... How likely am I to get promoted? How's that? So I go to work at 5 AM and then I come home at 4. At 10. And it's got a coffee symbol. Am I like a barista? I do eat at work still. Okay, I didn't know if that was a Sims 4 thing or if that was a Sims... I got promoted to gas station attendant. The hours are doable, the pay is lousy, and on occasion you'll find yourself with odd headaches from a result of the fumes. But hey, you've got all the delights of the snack cake and machine and magazine racks at your fingertips. 10 till 3. Ah, hi Christian love. A strange name. Hi, Christian. I used to like this little window that used to appear. Oh, I got bills of 56. Tanuki, did you destroy my sofa? I just got a promotion. What the hell is wrong with this cat? I'll give it a hug though. When does it start getting to add to the environment? Oof. Let's get this. This looks flush. Do I have to do anything for my slacker career? No. Oh, I need to get something mechanical. Study. Okay. Do I find reading fun? I find being on the sofa comfortable, but reading not fun. That is very not true of me. I do find being on my sofa comfortable, but I don't not like reading. I love to read. Wow, the TV really gets your fun up really fast in this game. It says a lot about society that the TV gets stuff like your fun up immediately. But really, what is the TV? What are we even showing on TV anymore? I want to see if I can get another promotion, if I can go back-to-back promotions. I should play... Check email. Who checked? Find a pet job? Oh, Tanuki can actually go on... I can play The Sims 3. That always reminds me of Persona song, but I can't think of what Persona song. We do in fact live in this society though. Is it a Persona 5 character I'm thinking of? Gained enough enthusiasm in games to talk about it. Yeah. Yeah, I have. Probably have dinner. Mac and cheese. Oh, bro. Had a real sweet mac and cheese phase. To be fair, I have had a mac and cheese phase. My mac and cheese is exceptional. My mac and cheese is the only thing I've ever cooked my husband that he said he actually liked. He didn't like cowboy pie. Oh, I love cowboy pie. I should have cowboy pie again. I can't have it on keto though. It's got like loads of stuff in it I can't eat on keto. But cowboy pie slap. Alright, let's see if we can get back-to-back promotions. Wait, I have a different day of the work day to start now. I have a different time. Oh, oh no, I go to bed in the morning. In the evening. Oh, fuck. I did not even realize. I thought it was 10 a.m. 10 a.m. 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. Okay, that's fine. Easy. Easy hours. You just have work and then you go back home and you go get the rest of your sleep. But I God, if this cat is destroying my sofa. The cat's fine. Back-to-back promos? Back-to-back promos? No. Yay! Oh my god. Convenience store clerk. Customers are considerably less wealthy than those in your previous job. Do not say I have to start work at 9 a.m. now. No. 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 Starting immediately. No! Oh, that's gonna be horrible. Oh, that sucks. And my hours keep changing. 9 a.m. till 3 p.m. is like dead hours as well. Anyway, I think we should call it there because it is 10:15. So I think I should get some eat soon because I have like to go to work tomorrow. Let's see who's online on Twitch. Let's see who we can raid. Who is online on Twitch that we can raid? Zion's live, so we'll go hang out with Zion. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Have a good evening, whatever you end up doing, and enjoy the rest of your day or tomorrow. And I will be back live on Wednesday, so I'll see you on Wednesday because we're back to Wednesday Sunday streams, and I will actually play Sonic on Wednesday. Just today we got a bit yappy. All right. Everyone be good. Everyone have fun. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.